Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So here's a combo video for zombies. Just figured I'd just show you guys a couple test hands. I've been meaning to bring these out to you guys much sooner, but I've just had an overly busy schedule and yeah, it's just been burning me out. But anyway, figured I'll try to get to you guys as many videos as I can today. That way I just basically catch up. And yeah, that's it. So as you know, this is a kind of like a danger zombie build since, danger's just a really good engine overall. And the fact that they're walking upstart goblins can really help you out. So figured I'd show you guys, what this deck can really do and go from there. So as before, same routine, doing one hand going first, one hand going second, and yeah, that's it. Okay, oh, nice. Tsuchinoko's our first card. Globe Bloom, 1-for-1. Ooh, nice. Danger Mothman. Okay, and our last card's gonna be Unizombie. Okay, so there's actually quite a few things I can do here. We're actually going to go ahead and normal summon the Unizombie first, simply because I could use this effect to dump a zombie to the grave. So we're going to target himself. We're actually going to go ahead and pitch Necroworld Banshee to the grave. I normally would send Mizuki, but since I don't have Zombie World, I kind of need that Necroworld Banshee to be in the grave. But we'll make it work. And plus, if I combo this off correctly, I should be able to get something out of it. Alright, so next we're going to go ahead and first we're going to set the 1-for-1, just because, I kind of want to save it. And let's see what we got. So we're going to reveal Danger Mothman, see if we can draw into another card and just kind of go from there. So we'll shuffle up our hand. All right, so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, it's going to be Globe Bloom. We're actually not going to use his effect just yet, because if I do, I'm going to lock myself out into zombies. But because, we can special summon Danger Mothman, we can draw one card, so that's actually pretty good. Nice, instant fusion. So this actually helps out quite effectively. So we're actually gonna go and activate the instant fusion, pay 1,000 light points. You got two options here. You can go Mud Dragon of the Swamp, or you can go Millennium Eyes Restrict. But just for the sake of it, let's say you did go for the Millennium Eyes Restrict, at least you'd be free from, cards like the Hand Trust. But let's just go Mud Dragon. Like I said, I'm not really too focused on the what if scenarios. If you do want to go Millennium Eyes, you could. But the reason I'm going with Mud Dragon is just because it can change attributes. Because the whole point of going into Curious, you want to get 3 different monsters of the same attribute but different types. We now have an insect, we got a zombie, but this one's a water. So we're going to use this effect to change this effect to a dark, and we're all set. So now we got a worm monster. Link off all 3 of these cards. We're now going to go ahead and bring out our Curious. All right. Curious effect, we're going to dump a zombie to the grave, or any card to the grave, and we have to mill the top 3 cards of our deck. In which case, we're going to go ahead and send Mizuki to the grave. That way I can at least bring back that Globe Bloom. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I chose not to use this effect just yet. All right. All right, so let's see what we got now. So, top 3 cards of our deck. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I was kind of hoping for another zombie, or another Doom King Ballardrock into the grave, but that's fine. Honestly, actually, I just realized I also got Gozuki in the grave, so that actually works too. So now that we got the cards we need, we're going to banish the Mizuki. We're actually going to bring back Gozuki first, and then use Gozuki's effect. We're going to pitch another zombie to the grave. In this case, it's just going to be another Mizuki. If I can find him, here he is. All right, so this actually helps out the deck quite a bit now, because I've grinded it out into the 30s. So now we'll use Mizuki's effect. We're going to banish him to bring back the Globe Bloom, and then we're going to use Necroworld Banshee's effect. Banish, and we're going to go and activate the Zombie World. All right, so now what we can actually do is, let's go and activate Tsuchinoko, discard to special, because, it's the only card we have left in our hand anyway. We can actually go into some other cool plays here. All right. So now what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and link off. Well, actually, because we have a zombie, I just realized. Yeah, we could do it this way. We can go ahead and link off the Globe Bloom and the Curious. We're actually going to go ahead and make us Yuki Onna. All right. Effective Globe Bloom. We're gonna go ahead and banish it, and because it's in a, well, since we're going first, we don't really have to use Yuki Onna's effect, but that's fine. Anyway, Globe Bloom, we're gonna special summon our Doom King Ballardrock. And then we're going to go ahead and link off the Tsuchinoko and the Gozuki. We're going to make Vampire Sucker. Or if you wanted to, you can go Avenged Savior too. But honestly, it really wouldn't matter. We still got the 1-for-1, which we could save for next turn, honestly. It could also be a bait too, so that's also another cool thing. I was going to go Halki Fireworks, but I decided to kind of go against it, honestly. So we'll just go for Vampire Sucker and just kind of go from there, really. And then afterwards, you know, if you wanted to, you could have linked off Doom King earlier, but honestly, I think this is fine. Yeah, we got enough to work with. So, oops, I didn't mean to put him in the grave. My bad. So, yeah, this is actually pretty good. And also, like, Vampire Sucker can also bring back zombies from the grave, too. So, especially from your opponent's graveyard, you could just use that to get a good graveyard effect. So, yeah, it can become pretty nasty. Because, like, having Vampire Sucker with Yuki Onna together can be a pretty devastating combo, and I'll show you why. So, the reason why I'm running this, like, if you use Vampire Sucker to bring back a monster from the graveyard, especially from one of your opponent's monsters, and the fact that we got Zombie World actually helps too, you also get to draw 1 card. So, like, if you did that, you draw 1 card on your next turn, Yuki Onna would have made that monster that you brought back its attack points to 0, and its effects would be negated. Basically, giving you an instant OTK right here. Super Poly, you know, I'm not too worried about that. And also, Doom King Brawler Drog, if you use the zombie monster's effect, like Yuki Onna or Vampire Sucker, you get to banish a monster from your opponent's field or the graveyard. So that also helps out too. So, like, having these 3 cards is actually devastating enough. So just bear this in mind. Now, unfortunately, if 1-for-1 can send any card from the hand to the graveyard, I would have just used that over Super Poly. But honestly, Super Poly to me is like more of a going second card, which is why I run it in the first place. But anyway, that's just kind of like the idea of what you want to do with the zombies. Like, kind of build up the board and just basically devastate your opponent as fast as you can. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is do the going second hand, and this time, oops, I mixed in 2 of my extra deck cards actually in here, and just kind of like teach you guys like how you can OTK. Now, that kind of board usually is usually the trick to do it, but there's more than one way you can OTK. So let's see what we can do here. Okay. So going second hand, let's see what we got now. Okay, Shiranui Solitaire, that's really good. Ooh, Rivalry of the Warlords. By going second, it doesn't do much because, you know, it's a little slower. So, and we got Super Poly, so that's pretty good. So we could actually use this as discard fodder if you wanted to. Just to kind of, like I said, just break the opponent's board, Called by the Grave. That's also pretty nice. And last but not least, okay, we got Dangerous Tsuchinoko again. I'm surprised we actually got that card again. But anyway, your opponent goes first. You know, he sets up his board. Oops. Oh, dang it. I dropped Tsuchinoko. Right now we're in a form where, like, there's so many different attributes out there. If your opponent has dark monsters out, I say get rid of the dark monsters and make your Starving Venom. But let's see what we draw first. Oh, nice. Monster Reborn. So, yeah, that's actually pretty neat because, like, let's say your opponent, I don't know, let's just say he had, like, a really powerful monster like Borreload Savage Dragon or something like, or just anything really, something that you know you could utilize. Well, for sure, the fact that if he has 2 dark monsters out, I'd Super Poly. Let's pitch the Rivalry because, again, going second, it really doesn't do as much, but that's fine. You fuse 2 dark monsters on your opponent's side of the field. You can make the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, target one of your opponent's monsters, half its attack points, or well, not half its attack points, but he gains half the attack points of that monster, and its effects becomes that monster's effect. But if it's nothing that you can use, don't worry about it, honestly. As long as you have the Starving Venom, he's a really good beast. Plus, if he gets destroyed, you basically get to wipe out any and all special summon monsters out of your opponent's hand. Or, I'm sorry, not hand, but the field. I can't talk today. Alright, so I guess the next thing to do is normal summon Shiranui Solitaire. Uses effect Tribute. If your opponent tries to ash that effect, well, you got Called by the Grave. So, and honestly, like, the more cards that you use up, the easier it is just to use the dangerous effects. So anyway, moving on. What the heck? All 3 of my ashes are, like, literally together. But anyway, you're going to bring out your Unizombie. Unizombie effect, target himself. We're actually going to go ahead and send Necroroad Banshee again. Just because, you know, why not? Just make everything into a zombie. And the reason why I didn't use Super Poly to make the Dragon Necros because, well, I don't have Zombie World out, and plus, if I get disrupted too early, then the Super Poly would have just been dead regardless. So that's why I decided to do it like that. But again, not a problem. All right. I think the next thing to do is, I guess what we could do actually, let's see here. Does it say send or does he say discard? You can see. So bear with me with here. Oh yeah, it does discard. Okay, so even if I did Tsuchinoko, it's just going to be sent to the graveyard because I would most likely just use the Monster Reborn. So we'll just use the Unizombie effect. Discard, target himself, make himself level 5 monster by now. Tsuchinoko, special summon. And then afterwards, what we could actually do, and this is actually going to be pretty funny actually, because we have a level 3 monster and a level 5, we could actually make Shogun Saga. But I need a non-tuner zombie monster. So in order to do this, we're going to banish the Necroworld Banshee. We're actually going to go and activate the zombie world now, just because I can. All right, now we're going to go ahead and synchro into making our Shogun Saga. Shogun Saga effect, you can banish 1 zombie from the graveyard just to gain its attack. We'll just banish the Unizombie. And yeah, just like he gains 1,300 attack points, so making him 4,300. And if your opponent has had any powerful monsters, like I said, think that you used to Super Poly with the Stark Venom, I say Monster Reborn that monster back. If you have enough to OTK, go for it, you know? That should do the trick, honestly. So like, yeah, Monster Reborn is definitely a good clutch card. And yeah, that's just the general idea of what you can do with zombies. Just like, depending on how you want to go, that is how you should go for it, you know? Like, there's really no wrong answer here. But anyway, now I know it's not the craziest board, but like I said, if you had Monster Reborn to summon back something extra powerful, take it, you know? That's all I can say. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I will catch you guys again next time.